which brings us to Smell This. And she,
So gross.
I know, it was
This
so
is one of the memorable ones.
What do you guys think it really was?
Oh, it was
I kept wondering if it
feces.
was really that or if it were like chocolate or something.
Or
Well,
like,
she said it wasn't chocolate.
I thought maybe like a mouse dropping or something, but maybe it was bigger
They're
than
really
that.
small though.
Yeah, I know. Rat?
I just thought it was so hilarious. And I like the fact that her her thing is baking, like her stress reliever or whatever, because that's
Yeah.
exactly like me, clearly.
Like,
Oh, and I was wondering if any of you have ever lashed out at one of your friends' boyfriends, like maybe not to the extreme that she did to, calling, I don't remember exactly what she says, but I remember it being really bad. But
yeah.
Well, my friend Stacy has a boy that has this boy that we all just hate, so we kind of just take our turns and taking a chew out on him.
Do you like confront him specifically though?
Occasionally. Mostly it's just Stacy, but there have been times at like Waffle House where we just say really snide comments and try to put him in his
Waffle
place.
House.
I
Yeah.
just
I
remember
definitely
one
fall in
time
the
at
camp of
Waffle House.
wanting to say things like that, but not.
yeah.
Do you ever think a lot of times it's you know your friends so well, because this is how I feel about sometimes, like you know your friends so well and you just love them so much that you think they deserve better than this
Oh yeah.
gummy boy, because I feel like that a lot sometimes, and just they don't treat him right.
So frustrating. Yeah, it's like you deserve way better than.
I think I probably would have asked everyone if they were the one that like pooped on my floor, but she doesn't. I was kind of surprised after like her exploding at that boyfriend guy,
That she wouldn't have said something.
that she wouldn't
yeah.
have like at least asked them if he was the one that like took a crap on her carpet.
Yeah, I'd ask.
I definitely would.
I don't think I would. I'd be
I
too
don't think
scared.
I could.
I wouldn't.
Make someone feel bad.
Oh, I'd ask.
It'd just be so awkward.
I just
I
wanted
wouldn't
to
want
know.
to like have the whole conversation that goes along with it.
Yeah, I know, because it does
Like,
come along with the conversation.
Yeah.
Just because the curiosity would kill me.
That would be the worst part. So the next to last one was Lay Like Broccoli, which was, I guess, about being vegetarian.
Oh, yeah.
And I was wondering if any of you have ever tried to be a vegetarian or ever wanted to try to be vegetarian.
I've tried to go on a diet. It's kind of like that.
I tried one time in high school and failed pretty miserably.
I like meat way too much.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like to eat it like all the time, but if I don't have it for a while, I crave it.
I always want to know why people want to be a vegetarian.
I know, that's why I was really...
You're not, right?
Yeah.
Are you?
No.
I don't know. I don't really see the health benefits. I know that they sometimes do, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
God.
I think for some people it's an ethical thing, like the whole like cruelty to animals. Like they think
Yeah.
they don't like, think that you should kill animals for meat, you know.
Yeah, but it might
I completely disagree
happen
with that.
anyway, so you might as well get some nutritional value out of
That's
it.
the nutritional value. You need
I
protein.
mean, like, otherwise there's, like, no protein unless you want to eat, like, tofu, which is, like, completely disgusting, and I can't even think about trying to eat
My
that.
friend Hannah grew up in, like, she's Jewish, and she grew up in a really Jewish household, and she said it was just easier for her to become a vegetarian than to live by all the, like, kosher rules.
If you keep
Yeah, I guess.
kosher, then yes, it would probably be easier to be a vegetarian of sorts, but if you don't keep kosher, it's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, Brittany responded to this one, and she says in middle school she had a thing for cows, and she became vegetarian for a week because she wanted to save the cows. But then her mom made beef tacos, and it was over.
My
So I thought
sister
that was
actually
pretty funny.
tried to be a vegetarian in high school for like a summer, and like my dad told her he didn't think she could do it, so he like offered to pay her like for every week she like didn't eat meat.
Wow.
And then, like, it ended up getting too out of hand because then she was diagnosed with diabetes, and so then they were
my
like,
gosh.
"Oh no, is that what did it?" And like my dad felt so guilty, and like one was not connected to the other, but they were
But
like,
still.
"You know, a vegetarian, get diabetes." We were like, "Ah."
Oh my goodness.
Very hard to answer that one.
There's a girl in my, like, college group, she's allergic to everything, like, from animals. Like, the stuff that they inject in animals that you eat, she's allergic to that.
Antibiotics or something?
Yeah, so she can't eat eggs or milk or, like, any animal.
What if it's like
whatsoever.
the hormone-free organic
Organic.
crap?
Yeah, she said she can now, but she's afraid it'll just make her sick because she's just been off it since she was born.
That's weird.
My little sister in my sorority is vegetarian, and she eats a lot of eggplant, which I just would never have thought that would be appetizing, but she's always getting like eggplant sandwiches and stuff.
Oh, weird.
Brittany makes really good eggplant parmesan.
Yeah.
But she's not a vegetarian.
Yeah. Yeah, I have this weird thing about not touching raw meat. I don't know. I can't touch raw meat. I don't know. It's just so disgusting to me.
Even to cook it?
Yeah, to cook it, that's what I mean. I cannot cook meat. It's terrible. So my parents always joke. They're like, yeah, you're gonna have to become a vegetarian as soon as you move out because what are you gonna do? And so I really don't know, and I don't care to think about that. I will deal with it when that comes.
You can get gloves. You can get some
Yeah, my mom
surgical
was like,
gloves.
yeah, you can just bring some latex gloves home from work. You know?
Yeah, there you go.
That would work. I know it has a weird texture,
Yeah, I
cooking
don't
raw
know.
chicken.
It just grosses me out. I just can't do it. The last one was Fever Faker, and that was the one where she wants to have this disease.
Where she has to get blood removed. It
Yeah,
sounds
where she
awful.
has to get blood removed because she has too much iron, and I thought it was so funny.
Well, it's such a well, as she explained, it was like a perfect disease because she got out of work early.
Yeah.
Free cookies.
Yeah, she was looking forward to having this disease. So many excuses, and I just thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was funny how she was gonna tell her parents, and it's and sometimes I feel like that. Am I too old to have my mom come with me to the doctor? That kind of thing. And how is she gonna tell her parents? And she was she felt like it was gonna be her telling her parents she was gay, kind of and just I need to tell you
Yeah.
something. That was so
Yeah.
funny.
That's hilarious.
I just got really grossed out when she talked about her sister's injury when she twisted her ankle and that thing came up off her heel
Yeah.
or whatever.
Oh,
I
it's
got really grossed
her
out.
ligament snapped all the way up to her
Yeah.
hip or something.
I didn't get grossed out.
I knew that.
Yeah, but I thought this kind of tied in with the whole theme that I
Yeah.
found anyway.
Identity.
About her identity and having one thing to point to and say, this is who I am.
Yeah.
And she actually says that at the end, so I thought that was pretty cool. Kind of it was a nice wrap up, I thought, of all of the essays.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good one to end on because it kind of addressed.
Did you guys read the acknowledgments?
No,
Yeah.
were they
The last paragraph is the best ever.
Funny.
About her family.
Finally, thank you to the Crossleys, to my mother, who once peeled my 11-year-old body from the pavement after a horrific bike accident, to my father, who ran no less than 3 stoplights on the way to the hospital, and to my sister, who, as I lay bleeding on a gurney, announced that I had forgotten to put underwear on that morning.
I love what the words can say. This reminds me a lot of this one friend that I have.
I don't understand how you could not find this book funny, honestly.
No, it was a good book.
I
I liked
so
it.
Funny.
It's a good book club book, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's a good one.
Yeah.
So clearly I just lucked out really well.
Good job, Danielle. A+.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was cool too because it was more just kind of talking about our experiences relating to hers too than just what was in the book.
Yeah.
I have a question. And it took me until I don't know yesterday when I looked back at the books to realize this was a mattress on the cover.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never even thought
Yeah,
about
I
it.
got the mattress.
That's right. I think that's what it is.
It is. Yeah, you're right. Now that I see it. It definitely
I don't
is.
understand the title.
I don't either. That's what I was
Okay,
thinking.
good. I was like, gosh, I'm
Yeah,
so
I had
dumb.
that one
but-
question on there too. I couldn't really tell what it would relate
It's
to.
almost kind of I guess part of, it's not really, I think the identity theme is better, but at times always disappointments in the story, disappointments at her job, disappointments with old friends, disappointments she wasn't sick, and well, I was told there'd be cake, where's my cake, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the,
I
don't know,
like
that's
that.
completely BSing it, but that was my guess.
Yeah, that's as good as I can think of. I couldn't really think of anything, so that pretty much wraps it up for I was told there'd be cake.
That's good.